seems like since the other day when I did a video on DoorDash deactivation that I got a lot of mixed reviews. Most of them good. Most people think that I did a solid video, and most people thought it was very good, and some told me that it was well said. It was a great video. Others told me things that I was not trying to get into, actually naming people, and my video was intended not to name anybody directly, not to attack anybody, not to get on anybody personally, but to give some more positive points about it and telling you about the negative points about getting deactivated that you need to avoid. And I was really trying to send a message as to what we were really about out here in the gig economy, doing apps like DoorDash, and that DoorDash will be like the first one to deactivate you, if any. Not that any other gig apps aren't going to deactivate you or have a reason to deactivate you, but for the simple reason is that DoorDash doesn't need many reasons. DoorDash doesn't need, in fact, any reason. You got to remember, guys, I'm going to say it again, we are independent contractors, and we need to act as such and remain as such. We are not employees. And I advise anybody who likes to be treated like an employee to go get a W-2 job. But we have the flexibility and the freedom and to do things on our terms, to do things as we need. And if we have something else to do in our lives, we can shut the apps off and go contend with it. And that is the nice thing, and one of the many nice things that is good about being able to be an independent contractor and have the freedom and flexibility to come out here and earn when we need and when we want. If any app treats you more like an employee than anybody, it would be DoorDash. And I wasn't on here the other day in my video to attack anybody, to be negative about anything, or to bring anybody down personally. And I'm making that clear. I was going over the finer points about what I had noticed because I'm subscribed to a lot of other content creators on my YouTube channel who also work in the gig economy, and I noticed in watching their videos and their discussions about talking how they got deactivated, and I thought that I would really bring it out and talk about it and let you guys know what I thought about that and maybe ways to go about things to try to avoid it, deactivation, or just going about and how to be yourself and not to compete. And the main key thing, I think, is don't get into the drama. I don't feed into drama. I am not attracted to other people's drama, and I tend to go the other way when I see that. So there is no drama on my channel. My channel will remain positive, motivated, and upbeat as time goes on, and I'm here for so many reasons. And whether you're here as to learn, or for guidance, or for tips and tricks, or learning how to strategize, or to go about something every time you come out here to work in the gig economy, then so be it. And I know there's other people who just watch me because they find it very informative. They find me amusing at times, and yes, I try to throw some amusement in it a lot of time, because we got to break the monotony up about everything. And even though we're serious about what we do, we have to not be so serious in how we do it. And we need to know that we're doing things right. And I've made videos in the past where I told everybody in the gig economy there's a right way and a wrong way to go about these things, and if you handle them in the right manner, you'll never have no problems. But the other thing I want to point out and say is that we're all vulnerable. We're all vulnerable for deactivation. for maybe no just reason at all. And DoorDash doesn't need a reason. If they feel they want to boot you off the app, kick you off the app, terminate you, eliminate you, deactivate you, they're going to do so. You got to remember too, none of these gig companies care two shits about you. They don't care about you. So that's why at times we're seeing wages on here that are way below anything out there. And it's what we do with things and how we do it that's going to get us in the right direction to make that profit. And the same is true also, guys, for apps like Uber Eats and Grubhub, Walmart Spark, Instacart, just to name those. And so these places really don't need a reason, and they don't have to justify a reason as to why they eliminated you or why they deactivated you. They can just say whatever they plan to say, and that's it. And no matter how much you appeal it, it's up to them whether they want to let you back on or not. And if they feel that they deactivated you for one reason or another, and no matter what you say goes, then you will stay off the app. So it can happen to me, it can happen to you, today, tomorrow, anytime they choose. And we are just as susceptible as those others that just recently got deactivated. And I don't mention no names, and I'm not here to bring those ones down. I'm not here to criticize them, or I'm not here to ridicule them. You got to remember, guys, we've got to stay grounded. We've got to stay who we are. We've got to be about what we're about. And I got to stay the course of what my channel is about. And my channel is based on being positive, motivated, and upbeat, without the drama, without all the added friction and tension. I want people to be able to come on to here and say, hey, you know, this guy really knows his stuff. He really knows what he's talking about. He's here to help us. He's here to lend a helping hand. He answers my questions, and he helps me move from point A to point B. And that is what this is about here, guys. And if there's a particular type of video you'd like me to do, give me a shout out and I'll get on it. If there's some type of help, some guidance, some tips or tricks that you need, please let me know, and I'll get right back to you. And for those of you guys who vibe with my content and you yet haven't subscribed, please do consider subscribing. Hit the like bell, hit the alert, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button and the alert bell for any new videos. And please do open up all notifications so you never miss a beat and you get kept in the loop. And if you go on my YouTube channel, hit my like button and let YouTube know I'm doing a good job. And I told you all the other day, I might be a smaller YouTube channel, but I'm growing slowly but surely, and I'm gaining a lot more subscribers. And it's only time before I have the rest of the watch hours I need so that I can become a full-fledged YouTube partner and keep creating lots of super good content for you guys in every part of the gig economy, no matter what app you're doing, whether it be Uber Eats or DoorDash or Grubhub or Instacart or Walmart Spark and many others. I do Roadie, I do Shipt, I do Amazon Flex, and a lot of others. So if you need help or guidance with any, please let me know. So I think the key element here, guys, is that we are all susceptible. We are all susceptible. We are all prone, or we are all out here. We are targets. Any of us can be eliminated at any time by DoorDash or any of the gig apps for that matter. And our goal is to keep doing this into the future and to grow and to, if anything, help each other. And that's the nice thing about being on YouTube as a content creator. I'm part of a big community of gig economy drivers that are really out here all just trying to make it. Some are more dramatic than others. Some get into things that they maybe shouldn't. Some get onto topics that, for one reason or another, lead to other things that may not be good. But I think, for the most part, I keep it real. I keep it right. And I make these videos for you. I don't get paid to make these videos from nobody. I have no sponsors. I have no nothing. I get paid nothing other than on the gig apps for the trips that I take. And so I make these videos exclusively for my viewers, for the masses, for my subscribers, you in mind. And I'll do whatever you want to see. Just give me a shout out and let me know. So the goal here is to just keep doing what you do and to watch not only what we do but how we do it. We need to be able to adapt to all our surroundings, to when we're doing a pickup, to when we're doing a drop off. And you got to remember, guys, if you're on DoorDash, there's going to be those times where somebody may have pulled the tip, or they may not tip you, or they lowered the tip. My advice to you is just accept it, roll with it, move on to the next one. There's no added needed drama for anything to go on, no words with the customer. You may not like it, you may not feel that it's right. I get it many times. But then I get that one trip, like on Uber Eats or whatever, that, boom, I got a $25 tip. I went the extra mile. I communicated with the customer. And, you know, it makes my days, and it makes my day, and it makes all those other lowball trips, those low, no-paying tips, go away. I just try to move from one to the next. I just try to keep on rolling. I keep on rolling with the changes, fight the good fight, and move on to the next. I'm just trying to get from point A to point B. I'm just like you. And with that being said, I think that'll make your day go a whole lot better. If you sit around dwelling about the fact that you didn't get a tip from the customer, or you know that happens all the time, or quite often on DoorDash, and every now and then you'll get that one good tip on DoorDash. But DoorDash is very dramatized. It's very advertised. And it's just out there on every platform. And DoorDash receives more criticism than any other app on the planet. So, with that being said, you got to take it in stride. You got to be humble. If you guys don't know what humble's about, you can look it up. But part of being humble is about being yourself and overlooking certain factors and being the better person and just moving on from point A to point B, fighting the adversities and getting to a better common ground, a better point in your life where you understand the person you are, or the person that you were meant to grow into. So, we are all susceptible. We are all vulnerable to DoorDash dirty tactics and the fact that any of us can be eliminated or deactivated at any given time.